This news update is brought to you by...
Say hello to Shanta. Shanta is an entertainer, but she also loves to be entertained, which is why she has Flow TV brought to her through Flow's 100% fiber to the home network. It's great for busy Shanta because she can control the time she watches her favorite shows, play back from the start in case she missed it, or even record with cloud video recording. And with her Flow services bundle, enjoys much more for much less. Visit any Flow retail outlet, call 1-800-804-2994, or visit discoverflow.co to find out more. One-of-a-kind connection. This is how we flow.
It's Friday, June the 17th, 2016, and this is your Barbados Today Morning News Update. I'm Emmanuel Joseph. Thanks for joining us. We begin with news of a tragedy waiting to happen. That was the reaction of one prominent attorney at law and former president of the Barbados Bar Association to yesterday's worrying incident which occurred on the precincts of the District A Magistrates Court on Coleraine Street, the city. It was well before noon when the young man reportedly attempted to enter the busy Speightstown court with a loaded gun. However, police said in a statement issued just after noon yesterday that he was stopped and questioned by a security guard along with police officers as he attempted to gain access to the building via the main gate. A struggle ensued and the court offender was detained, searched, and the firearm discovered. Up to late last night, police were yet to confirm the identity of the man, but attorney at law Wilfred Abrams, who is also an opposition Barbados Labour Party senator, told Barbados Today that based on what information he had been able to glean privately about the incident, he will not be resting comfortably that one of his main places of work was either safe or secure. Abrams said he had been reliably informed that the main reason why the man was not allowed into the compound was that he wore a short pants and not because he was carrying a loaded weapon. While giving kudos to the government security guard who eventually discovered the gun, Abrams said yesterday's disturbing incident highlights some inherent weaknesses in the court's security system, as he went on to compare the situation at the Magistrates Court with that at the island's main judicial building, the Supreme Court.
I'm pleased that they managed to stop him, but it highlights some weaknesses, inherent weaknesses in our security at the court. So while in the Supreme Court, the security scanning is at the court, so nobody can get into the court precincts and access prisoners with any weapons. In the Magistrates Court, there's an inherent weakness because you can walk right up to the door of the court without being searched. It was lucky for us that the man happened to be wearing his short pants because that's the only reason he was actually stopped at the gate. Had he been wearing a long pants, he would have gotten right up. But it's not just that. I mean, our Magistrates Court security out there, it's a security risk. There's another weakness through the gate by police, by Central Police Station, where if you're coming through to go to the police canteen, you can just walk straight through that gate without being searched once again.
There are expressions of worry, shock, and surprise coming from at least two relatives of the 66-year-old man who created a scare on an Air Canada flight to Barbados on Tuesday. The relatives still cannot get over how they feel about their loved one's antics, which brought fear to the 143 passengers and flight crew. Police are yet to reveal the name of the man or where he is being housed, only to say that he is under medical observation. However, Barbados Today investigations reveal that the senior citizen is Rodney Powlett, who was believed to be returning to the island to attend a funeral of a family member. Barbados Today also found out that Rodney has 3 brothers and sisters and at least 1 daughter. However, our news team was only able to locate 2 first cousins, George and Colvin Powlett, who are brothers. When contacted at his Fairview Christchurch home, Colvin said he could not confirm that Rodney was at the psychiatric hospital.
When I heard I was like, I know him in Barbados as a draftsman. But as to what he was doing down there in Canada, I don't know. My first impression was that he probably flipped because normally one would not do that incident unless you really flip over. So the question is to what caused him to flip. I don't know much what he was doing on there in Canada.
A 43-year-old man has been arrested and now faces a total of 7 charges, including driving without a valid driver's license, following Wednesday's hit-and-run incident in Speightstown, St. Peter. Derek Sherlin Noel of Batalis in the same parish is also charged with failing to stop at an accident, driving without due care and reasonable consideration, without tax, without insurance, failing to register a motor vehicle, and fraudulent use of number plates. The accident has left 13-year-old Zawadi Jilts, a student of the Alexandra School, nursing injuries. Noel is due to reappear in the Holtown Magistrates Court today after he was remanded yesterday. There are no plans to prevent vendors from plying their trade in Bridgetown. The assurance from manager of markets Sherlock King while leading a tour with other key officials in the city. A week ago, police removed vendors from the Charles Duncan O'Neill Bridge who did not have valid permits to sell their ware. And even though King stayed clear of that issue, he told reporters that the Ministry of Agriculture was trying to have a more regulated environment and that certain restrictions would be introduced while ensuring that vendors could still comfortably earn a living.
What we have decided to do and have been instructed to do is to look at this issue with respect to vending in the streets, to identify the issues and to come with solutions to the benefit of everybody.
And President of Barvin, that's the Vendors Association, Alistair Alexander, welcomed yesterday's initiative, saying his organization supported a structured policy for vending.
We are very much welcoming the approach, the vendor-friendly approach of the manager of markets. And we will sit down together. We will analyze the whole situation as far as the streets are concerned. Right, we do believe that, and we Barvin backs vending on Marhill Street. Marhill Street. We think that Marhill Street is both the best street in the city for vending.
However, some vendors told Barbados Today they are not happy with how they are being treated.
It's about time that we start doing this kind of crazy thing. Give your permit one day and then take it back another, for whatever reason they're doing it. If I do something wrong, yes, but I ain't commit the crimes or nothing, so I don't see why I should be denied my permit.
There's regional and international news after this short break.
Secure your future, be financially strong. Since 1983, we have been there for you. A smart range of products, great tax benefits. We're the solution to your hopes and your dreams. The Barbados Workers Union Cooperative Credit Union. The Barbados Workers Union Cooperative Credit Union. Humble beginnings to smart loans, smart savings. Save smart and borrow smarter. That's the move for me. Stability, prosperity. We're the solution to your hopes and your dreams. The Barbados Workers Union Cooperative Credit Union. The Barbados Workers Union Cooperative Credit Union.
We're back with news of the region now. An epic scandal in Trinidad and Tobago that will put the police cybercrime unit to the test. Hundreds of nude photos of females, many apparently underage, have been released online by an unknown hacker.
Call it what you may, but it seems the cybercrime is on our doorsteps once more. Call it what you may, but it seems that cybercrime is on our doorstep once more. Social media is abuzz after a Dropbox link was distributed along with a file list of hundreds of names of young East Indian women whose nude photographs are now in the public domain. A simple Google image search has proved that many of these images already existed on the net prior to this compilation and aren't even of local females. But enough Trini women have seen familiar names and even their own among the list for us to seek out some answers. Some of the women we spoke to denied it was them.
Across the wider world now, Britain remains stunned this morning and campaigning ahead of a referendum to determine the country's future status in the European Union is suspended after opposition Labour Party Member of Parliament Joe Cox was shot and stabbed to death in a street yesterday. More in this CNN report.
It was a brazen attack in broad daylight. A peaceful suburban street turned into a scene of horror. British MP Joe Cox stabbed and shot outside a library in Birstall, Northern England. Her attacker, a 52-year-old man, arrested nearby, several weapons recovered. Another man also injured at the scene. Cox had been meeting constituents before eyewitnesses describe hearing screams in the street.
That's news and sports, but for the very latest, visit our website at www.barbadostoday.bb. Also subscribe to our e-paper, email updates, and like us on Facebook. We are also on Izumi Media in bus terminals, or screenplay at supermarkets and gas stations near you, as well as Channel 99 on Flow TV and Mix 96.9 FM. I'm Emmanuel Joseph. Have a fantastic day.